Hi, my name is Vanessa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use COSRX, the vitamin C23 Serum, which contains 23% of ascorbic acid, the pure form of vitamin C, which is a great antioxidant to fight free radicals and protect the skin from the environment. And it should help us to speed up the fading process of dark spots, for example after breakouts or sun damaged skin for more even skin tone, and lessen already present fine lines and wrinkles for smoother skin texture. You can use this serum daily in the morning and or evening, and it is suitable for all skin types. However, if you have sensitive skin, usually ascorbic acid serums or like in general products can easily lead to stinging or burning. It can be because the percentage may be too high for you, or because it is quite acidic. It is formulated at a very low pH, which can lead to stinging and burning when doing the application. So an alternative would be looking into a vitamin C derivative, like for example ascorbyl glucoside. Now, when working with COSRX vitamin C serum, what you have to keep in mind is the order of application, as it is a richer formulation that, for example, contains dimethicone and squalane. And I want to share with you a little example skincare routine to go over the order of application. Now for the morning, you can see what it can look like. Starting off with your cleanser, then you can follow with your hydrating and soothing toner if you have one, then one of the essence, for example, that COSRX offers, and then follow on with your vitamin C serum, and lastly your sunscreen. You can see that with the water-based and very thin liquidish textures, you would use them before applying your vitamin C serum to make sure that everything properly absorbs into the skin and that you're getting most out of it. Make sure to adjust the waiting time as well, which I will show you later on in the demonstration. As for the sunscreen's part, sunscreen is really important to not only protect your skin from the damaging UV rays, but to also protect your vitamin C that you have applied to the skin. Otherwise, it may oxidize on the skin surface, leading into uneven dark patches. And this is really important if you have direct sun exposure. If you're staying the entire day at home, you do not have like immediate sun exposure in front of a window, then this shouldn't be an issue, don't panic. But it's primarily if you have like extreme sun exposure, if you're, for example, going outside. So to make sure that you're getting most out of it, your sunscreen is important. As for the evening skincare routine, it can look pretty much the same if you like to. Just remember, in the evening there's no sunscreen needed, but you may want to replace it with a moisturizer if you should feel the need. You can also use this vitamin C along exfoliating acids. However, make sure that they are very gentle ones, like COSRX offers as well with the AHA/BHA clarifying toner. In that sense, it can work well, but the higher the strength, the lower the pH. Again, remember, sensitivity can occur. And once you understand the order of application of the example routine, and you want to adjust this now to your products that you have at home, you should have a great layering experience as well as benefit from the vitamin C serum. Now I want to head into what should not be used in the same routine, as I already emphasized it briefly with exfoliating acids. And I want to share with you a few examples where I do not recommend using them in the same routine, as it can lead to stinging and burning, primarily when doing this ongoing. It may not happen the first time, but more often you're going to do this, for sure this will occur. And I'm talking about highly acidic exfoliating acid cleansers, as you can see right here. As of now, COSRX does not have any cleansers like this, so therefore don't worry. Then exfoliating acid mask. Please do not use your vitamin C afterwards. And leave on exfoliating acid products that have a higher concentration of AHA or BHA in it and a low pH. For example, COSRX AHA 7 White Type Power Liquid. This would be one great example to emphasize. And if you have such products at home, it's best to not use them in the same routine. Use one in the morning, the other one in the evening, and then there you have it. You get most out of the products individually rather than experiencing sensitivity. There's one last point that I want to emphasize, and this is in case you should have a retinol or retinoid at home, please do not use them in the same routine. Especially with the concentration, as COSRX offers right here, and depending on the concentration of your retinol or retinoid, it can easily lead to irritation. Therefore, never use your vitamin C in the morning, your retinol in the evening, or both in the evening, but on alternate days. And there you have it when it comes to what should not be used in the same routine when setting up your skincare routine at home. If you want to go over the example routines in your own time, what you should avoid, as well as so much more, you'll find all that information in my PowerPoint, which I'm going to leave in the description box down below for you ready to download. But now I want to head into the entire application. Now we're going to get started with the first step, which is washing your face. Remember to use a cleanser that's suitable for your skin type and needs. However, avoid highly acidic exfoliating acid cleansers. Then read on the back of the packaging if it needs to be applied to dry or wet skin. Use lukewarm water to warm water, however avoid hot water, otherwise it may dry out your skin. When washing your face above the sink, work with a soft clean washcloth to help remove any last traces of your cleanser, sunscreen and or makeup, and then pat the skin dry. And those are all the key points that you need to do when washing your face to ensure proper layering in a skincare routine. As an example, I'm going to use COSRX Low pH Good Morning Gel Cleanser. And this needs to be applied to wet skin, so let's go ahead and get started. Then use about a coin-size amount in the palm of your hand or your fingertips. Rub your hands together. And then massage it all over your face and neck for about 30 seconds to a minute. Or if you have chosen an oil or balm cleanser that you're going to apply to dry skin, then you can massage it for up to 2 minutes to remove any stubborn sunscreen and or makeup. And now go ahead and rinse with water. Then go ahead and take your clean damp washcloth to remove any last traces, primarily along the hairline or around the eyes. And now I recommend rinsing again. And now go ahead and take a clean towel and gently pat all over to remove the excess water droplets from the skin surface to avoid a dry or tight feeling, skincare pilling, or in the worst case scenario, sensitivity. Once you're done with your cleansing step, you can move on to the next step. Now remember, this can be an hydrating and soothing toner, or maybe a very gentle exfoliating acid toner or serum if you like to. I'm going to skip on that step. I'm going to immediately move on to the essence, which is COSRX Advanced Snail Mucin Power Essence. This is just one example. You could also go with the other essence if you like to, as I believe that this can be a very common combination that you may want to try out at home. And so when working with one of the essence, those have a pump. With this one, I recommend using about 1 to 2 pumps. With the other one, it's just 1 pump, so that you have an even and thin layer that you can blend all over your face and neck. Just make sure to not get it into your eyes nor into your mouth, and please do not use it on top of your eyelids. About that much. Blend it between your fingertips. And then move on to the application all over your face and neck. Once you have applied the essence all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off, and then give it about 30 seconds to a minute to absorb into the skin before moving on to the application of your vitamin C serum. This way you're making sure that everything is going to layer properly and that it won't cause any uncomfortable feeling or skincare pilling. As for COSRX Vitamin C Serum, that one has a pipette, and I recommend using about 3 to 4 drops. Now, this may not sound a lot, but it should be enough for your entire face and neck. If you're going to use more than that, it can increase the risk of experiencing sensitivity because your skin is getting exposed to more vitamin C, and then this can create stinging and burning. And it may not happen right away, but the more often you're going to do this, then this can likely occur. So go ahead and use between 3 to 4 drops. Either in the palm of your hand, fingertips, or immediately onto your face. Rub your hands together and apply it all over, making sure to not get it into your eyes nor into your mouth. Please do not get it onto your eyelids. And if you have a sensitive eye contour, be careful on this part as well. So, and once you have applied it all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Now remember, with this vitamin C serum, it is extremely sensitive to air, heat and light. Therefore, make sure to always close it well, and once you have used it, put it immediately into the fridge. So as soon as you get the packaging of your vitamin C serum, put it in the fridge. Every time you're done using it, get it back into the fridge to make sure that you're getting as much as possible out of the vitamin C, because if it turns into a dark orangey or brownish color, it has oxidized and should not be used. Now I'm going to go with a morning skincare routine. So the next step after you have applied your vitamin C serum and it has fully absorbed into the skin, you're going to apply your sunscreen on top if you have sun exposure. However, in the evening, as already mentioned, you can stop right here, or if you're doing daytime, if you do not have any sun exposure, you can stop right here. And if you should feel the need, you can follow with a moisturizer afterwards. But I just want to emphasize the most important steps and what I believe is a very good and common combination that you may want to try out at home. So therefore, next step is going to be the sunscreen. As an example, I'm going to use COSRX Aloe Soothing SPF, which is a grade suitable for all skin types, very lightweight and hydrating. As a general guide, apply it 10 to 15 minutes before sun exposure. Apply it evenly all over your face, your neck, your ears if they are exposed as well, maybe your décolletage too, depending on what you're wearing. Then you can adjust the amount a slightly bit, use a bit more or less depending on the area that you want to cover, but make sure to have an even layer to properly protect the skin. You can also use your sunscreen around the eyes, just make sure to not get it into your eyes. And if the sunscreen should irritate your eye area, well then of course avoid the eye area and then wear sunglasses instead, or switch to a different sunscreen to properly protect the skin. I have half a teaspoon right here, which I'm going to fill up. So about that much, more or less. Now I'm going to keep my main focus towards my face, neck and ears. To give you a general guide about the amount and how much you would then need to use. So you need to use a fair amount of sunscreen if you want to cover those areas. And then blend it evenly all over. So, and once you have applied your sunscreen all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Now, if you just have a little bit of sun exposure, like only just for a few minutes, if you're going to school, to work, maybe heading out for lunch, and if you're going to apply your sunscreen once properly in the morning, it should last you for the entire day. However, if you have prolonged sun exposure, you cannot seek any shade, you're even sweating or rubbing the sunscreen off or even swimming, then it is important to reapply it every 2 2 hours or every time you have rubbed off the sunscreen to maintain that protection. So you need to adjust how often you're going to reapply throughout the day based on your day-to-day activities to make sure that you can properly protect the skin. Remember, you'll find the entire example skincare routines and so much more in the PowerPoint, which I'm going to leave in the description box down below for you to download. And I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did so, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And for more educational skincare content, head towards my YouTube channel to learn more about it. And I will see you there. Happy skincaring!